All right, guys, today we are speaking to Muhammad Ali. Now, he's 20 years old, based in Pakistan, and he made a massive decision and, quite frankly, a big risk to drop out of traditional education. He moved to a new city, moved in with his friends, and started an agency. Now, his outreach wasn't getting him anywhere, so he joined Digital Launchpad, he thought, in his mind, just for a 1-month trial basis. But now, nearly 10 months on, it's been the best decision of his life. He used six-figure sales rep as well as Pen to Profit to increase his outreach efforts. And then now from his video animations, he's making $1,000 to $1,500 a month, and his agency is actually making $5,000 a month, which for him and where he's from is huge sums of money. He's always on the coaching calls. He's a massive fan of the community, and he really makes the most of Digital Launchpad. So let's hear his story.
Mohammed, thank you for joining me. Pleasure to have you here. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, sir. How are you?
I'm very good. Very good. So before we go into everything, tell me a little bit about yourself. Obviously, your name's Mohammed. How old are you? Where are you based, etc.?
I am from Pakistan, 20 years old. I have been dropped out 2 years ago from university. Not like dropout, but more like I choose to leave the traditional education and start something that is really worth it.
So when you dropped out of education, how did that go with your family? Did they get quite annoyed? I know Asian parents can be quite...
Yes, that was the most challenging part, to persuade my family on that, because we are in the part of the society where we don't actually have this rights to do these things. I was good in education, but at the same time, I have to do something profitable for me. So I had no choice just to listen to my gut intuition.
So what did you do? What was the first steps? What did you go into when you dropped out? Did you have any idea, any plan?
First of all, I just decided to leave the comfortable zone. I was living with my parents, so I left the city where I was living. Now I'm living in different city with my friends. They are also my accountability partners. They are working with me in my agency. We work on animations. So I'm living with them. And in the beginning, it was quite challenging as things were not turned out as I was expecting them.
Yeah, it's often the case. You see this life online and then you just think that it's going to be very quick. The results are going to be very quick.
Yes.
But it's often not the case. But obviously, you will know now, because you've reached a certain level where you're profitable, that the journey and the learning and them hardships are really what gives you that belief in yourself, and you actually enjoy it, don't you? You look back at the moments and think,
yes.
That struggle was enjoyable in many ways.
Yes, really.
100%. So what did you do when you moved there with your friends, and what business did you go into? Did you go straight into animation, or did you try a few different models?
No, I was a kind of person more artistic. So I have already made my mind that if I skipped traditional education, I will go for 3D animation. I've already made up my mind. So I just start doing animation. I've joined the company 9 to 6. I was making animation for them as an intern. I was learning online and doing things, but things were not, for me, it was not like turning out as I was expecting. If I start doing some online work, I will get some quick bucks in the beginning, but it was quite hard for me for the first time.
But you were learning whilst you were doing the job. You had a job where you were learning and getting paid.
Yes.
And then, because obviously there was still that desire to do something for yourself, to be profitable yourself, not to work for somebody. Clearly, the traditional path is not one for you. Education is not one for you. So working for somebody was never going to be something for you as well, right? And I think that you moved in with your friends. I assume you're a fan of Iman, because that's very much the Iman way, to live with the people that he works with and stuff. What brought you then to Digital Launchpad?
As usual, I was skimming through the internet for making some quick bucks. I hop on his account. I'm not sure even when I first time watched Iman Gece, and it was like I felt that there is something in this guy. He's telling something that I trust him. I was trusting him. And at the beginning, I have a little doubt that Digital Launchpad will be worth to join it or not. Or is it the best time? So I just brought it for 1 month for just testing whether it is going good for me or not. Then after 1 month, I was like, can I buy it for 5 years? Because
The thing is, though, it's a lot easier when you're having that little bit of indecision. Shall I go ahead and buy this? Is it going to be worth it? Is it not? It's a lot easier when it's $37 a month, and it's not like $1,500 or $10,000 or $5,000. It's $37. So really, it's very little to lose. And I think
Yes.
most people like yourself, obviously what you've just said there is incredible. You trialed it for a month and then you were asking yourself, can I buy this for 5 years? So you obviously really, really believe in the vision of Digital Launchpad. And obviously you're only going to believe in it if it's benefited you, right? So
Yes.
coming on to that, you joined when roughly?
9 to 10 months
Right. So you've been
before.
here from the
Yes.
early days. So you've seen it all. How did you find it when you came in? What program did you go towards? What did you do? I think you did six-figure sales rep and pen to profit. Is that right?
Yes, I'm using both of them as a tool. I'm doing the 3D animation. We are making product animation for clients. So I use both of them as a tool because if I am able to sell my skills, that means it worth something. If I am not able to sell my skills, that means it's just learning
Yeah.
something that have
Yeah.
no worth. And it helped me a lot. When I finished the six-figure sales reps, I was like, now I'm able to persuade anyone from no to yes, and it really helped me closing high ticket clients. Before
Yeah.
that, it was the main issue in my business that I was unable to close high paying, but now I have 4 clients right now and it's turning out really nice for me.
Yeah, I think it's a very important point you made there, right? That it doesn't matter if you've got all the skill in the world. If you can't market yourself, if you can't sell yourself, then it's going to be very, very difficult for you to get any business, right? So very important. And you did the six-figure sales rep. How did you find the programs, Pen to Profits? Did you find them very easy to follow? Did you go on the coaching calls?
Yes, it was really straight to the point, no extra stuff, no wastage of time. Everything was to the point, and the way Paul is teaching, it's awesome. Like there's no word to describe that.
Yeah, amazing. So now, obviously, you've done six-figure sales rep, you did Pen to Profit, you then applied that to your business, right? How did your business increase, like financially?
Before that 6 figures sales rep, I have clearly no mentality that there are more ways to make money. I was working on Fiverr and Upwork. Before that, I was working 9 to 6 job. Then after that, I hop on Fiverr and Upwork. I have no clue that there are more ways. And after that, I start searching for clients. I've DM cold call them. I've extract leads from Apollo, from Instagram. Then I started to outreach them and it turned out really great. Today I'm earning like 1K to 1.5K for me. And as far as it's concerned about the agency is earning like 5 to 6K every month.
That's phenomenal, bro. That in Pakistan, that's in anywhere that's good money, but in Pakistan, that is very, very good money. That's really, really well done on that. That's amazing. So it's obviously paid off for you handsomely, right? Your investment in Digital Launchpad. Your doubts have disappeared. Amazing.
Before joining Digital Launchpad, I was like, if I get into the Digital Launchpad, maybe I will be able to make 1K. But it's not about 1K. It gives me more than that. Like I can get the information that is in the Digital Launchpad from anywhere on the internet. If I ask ChatGPT, it can tell me that, but I cannot get the level of mentorship, the level of coaches. They are babysitting, they are always available. If I find myself in the middle of nowhere and I have to find some solution, I know what's the solution for that. Just hop on the Digital Launchpad community, ask any mentor, and they are available every time.
Yeah, amazing. And we've put a lot of effort in to make sure that we bring in coaches that are fully qualified and trained and have done what they're teaching, right? That's very important. And we've flooded the calendar with so many coaching calls like sales, copywriting, you name it, e-commerce. We've brought all the coaches in. So I'm so delighted that you've found that. Coming on to the community, right? You've been here for 9-10 months now. How have you found the community experience? How have you networked and have you spoken to people and met people and become friends with people through Digital Launchpad?
Yes, specifically when I'm talking about myself, I am in the place where it's so hard to networking. There is a very few like-minded people who is around. So Digital Launchpad is the place where I have more than 300 people who have the millionaire mindset. So being with the millionaires and being with people who are having the millionaire mindset, it's really a little difference.
Yeah, I mean, just jumping on a call with people like Iman, right? You've jumped on calls with him.
Yes.
Unbelievable, right? To get that level of insight into what the future could look like, what's possible. Having direct access to him like that is phenomenal for somebody at your part of the journey, right? Because you're like looking and thinking, this guy was like me. he started somewhere, he started like this, and now he's giving us the blueprint to do that. I think that's just hugely beneficial. And you come across as somebody who really takes all the information and really applies it properly. So yeah, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. So what's the next step now? Just carrying on with the agency, carrying on learning. Have you done any other programs or anything else you're looking at doing?
Still in Digital Launchpad, I think there is no need to go anywhere. And there are a little thing I have to work on. I think there is still some time to rush for the big bucks. I have some challenges. I have to tackle them first, then I'm good to go for the big bucks.
Just to come towards the end now, obviously, if I was to ask you now, somebody comes to you and says, right, Muhammad Ali, I'm thinking about joining Digital Launchpad. Explain it, describe it. Would you recommend it? What would you say?
Absolutely, 100%, because I think it would be dishonor or disgrace to compare that level of mentorship with $37. We can't compare that. Those guys who are in the Digital Launchpad, they know how it works, how is everything going inside, the way the community is helpful. Not just the mentors and coaches, even my friends inside Digital Launchpad, they are helping me out whenever I am stuck. I remember I was facing a challenge to come up on the stage and talking to people. So one day there's one of my accountability partner, he told me, hey, do you know what, I have challenge for you. I was like, okay, what's that? You have to jump on the stage and talk to the community today at 9 p.m. your time. I was like, no bro, give me something else. It's not for me, it's not doable. And he was like, no, this is the challenge. And that day I jumped into the stage, and today I think I don't need to feel shy or anything talking to the community or to anywhere.
That's absolutely amazing, bro. And I am so delighted to see that we're changing lives in such a way. You're from Pakistan, you know, you've taken this bold step of leaving the education system. You've left home, you've moved in with your friends with this dream, with this hope. And it's very important at that point to get good guidance. It's very important at that time to get good mentorship. And I think the fact that you took that chance on Digital Launchpad 9-10 months ago, right? And look at how your life has changed. And to hear that, to see you on a student interview, the confidence for you now to come on calls, the confidence for you to do outreach. You're living the best life with your accountability partners, with your friends. Absolutely amazing, and excited to see the next part of your journey and see where you can take it from, because this is just the beginning now, right? This is just, you've proved to yourself now that you deserve at this level. You can make money in the online space. So onwards and upwards from here, and we will run this up again.
Yes.
Perfect.